Well, the power line will come off of that meter box at the house, run straight out to around that second dirt mound, and then there'll be a transformer box there which runs to a pole just behind the trees. Well, as you can see, we got our excavator here. We've been having thunderstorms in the afternoon, so it's been wet and all that for the last day or so. But aside from that, we had the skid steer. After about 2 days, I'm not having good luck with rental equipment. It decided to break a wire to the fuel injector, so it was dead. And so that has been taken out, and we'll have another one delivered here in a few hours. But we got this here, and now we will begin work on our digging out of our 3-foot deep trench from the power pole to the house. At least that's the plan anyway. We've got a couple of different projects going on here, but we'll focus on the power and getting that in. So I've got the pole here at this is the north end of the property, right by the edge of the fence. And this is a utility pole we're going to be pulling power from. So I've got to mark off 10 inches from the pole, and then I've got to mark around it. I will specify this anytime that you're going to dig, call 811 or go to 811dig.org to go ahead and put in a ticket to have them come out and mark where all your utilities are before you dig. That is essential because there's a lot of accidents happen and all that because of not paying attention to what has already been put in. This property hasn't been developed, and so I didn't expect anything to be on the property. However, it was still one of those things you still want to make sure to do that. To call 811 and have them come out and mark your utilities. One thing that's true, I had them come out this morning and mark for, there's a cable line that was put in here a year ago. And so it's between the fence and the pole. It's on that side of the easement. They came out and marked that. So I'm clear because I'm going to be digging this way towards the house. So I have nothing in front of the pole that I'm aware of. I still have to have Mission Valley Power come out and double check it to make sure there's no utility lines of theirs. I don't think there is because everything here is overhead. There's nothing run underground, or else we would be using underground utilities. But still going to mark it as requested. White paint for the homeowner or contractor, and there are different colors for utilities. For example, are red, yellow for gas, etc. White for or blue for water, especially in town, or if you're doing a development someplace where there's existing utilities. Those color combinations will come in pretty handy. But I'll go ahead and get this marked out for them. They're supposed to be out here in the next couple of days to do that. We'll start our digging process other places on the property, and we'll hold off until we've had a chance for them to double mark this as well. But as you can see from where I'm standing, I got the pole behind me. This is looking this way towards the trench or utility vault, which is going to be right there, and then it'll bank towards the house from there to fill in the rest of the trenching that we've got here. So we've got quite a bit of excavation to do. We're going to go down 3 feet. And then once we have the vault in, we'll go ahead and run from here to the vault and then vault to the house, and we'll get that in. I don't have to have that inspected. I called and talked to the electrical inspector. We don't have to have any of that inspected. We just put in our pipe, make sure it meets what the utility company wants, and then we go from there as far as backfilling and putting in the red security tape in case there's any digging. Again, pretty simple marks, but that lets the contractor know the one single line next to the stake is how far out I have to start. I got to get myself 10 inches before the pole for the upright, the 90-degree upright right there for the pole. And then the two show my digging trench location as I'm going to be moving out. So logistically, I've got to figure out some stuff to do with this vault to get it out here. I don't have, my trailer's not going to cut it, and so we tried looking at renting a trailer. However, my Ford Ranger won't pull that, and the thing, it puts it right at its weight limit. And so my neighbor offered me his truck and trailer. We'll see about hooking that up and using that. But then the excavator is not strong enough to lift that 4,400 pounds out of the trailer and down into the hole I have to dig here. However, I want to get at least this hole prepped and ready so that we can begin the electrical, at least get the vault set and ready. And then once we do out the logistics to get it here, we'll then drop it in the hole. So we'll get busy digging this out. And just for specs, the hole is 6 foot by 6 foot, and it has to be 4 feet deep. So a little bit of a dig, but we'll get it done. We'll get it started here. Well, this morning I'm headed to Mission Valley Power. I got to go pick up the vault box, the cement vault box for the junction from the power pole to the house. We've got our little trailer back there, and I'm praying that it'll actually carry it. I'm not sure how big this vault is or if we can even get it on our little trailer, but we're sure going to give it an attempt here this morning and see if we can get that picked up. Well, unfortunately, my little trailer is just no match for that big concrete vault. That thing weighs 4,200 pounds, and my little trailer is only rated to 2,400 pounds. So I got to figure out an alternative for a different trailer to be able to haul this thing, and we'll see. The truck will certainly handle it. I can carry up to 7,000 pounds. So we'll see. In that Skylift, when I rented it, was 4,400 pounds. So we've got potential to pull. I just got to figure out a trailer or figure out a neighbor with a trailer that can handle hauling that bad boy out there. But we'll keep at it until we get it right. I looked in there yesterday, and this little guy wasn't in there, but we got to rescue him from now. I managed to get pretty far today. I have about 3/4 of this first trench done, down 3 feet, and we're going to continue. But we're going to try and get the vault tomorrow and try and see if we can get that installed. We'll see. We're going to try and do it without a crane. I don't know. Everything around here is sketchy. So we'll just give it another sketchy try and see if my neighbor Mac and I can get that vault in that hole. And then we'll continue on with this trench to the hole, and then from the house to the vault. So that's it for tonight, and we'll pick it up tomorrow morning with hopefully some vault action. I've got my first half of this trench right here. Is down below here is the junction box will go, and then that's my trench to the pole. So we got half of this done. Now we're going to head for the house and start at the house and dig towards where the box will go. So we'll get started with that and get one step closer to being able to put our electricity in. Well, we've got our trench line marked from the house all the way to the point of where that culvert box is going to go. So we'll finish up our dig over there, and then we will continue on with this next section.
crushing.
A little bit, up a little bit more. It could be. Good there. Yeah, should be good there. Well, with the help of my neighbor and his trailer, thank God that I have them to help me. We managed to get this 4,400 pound cement vault here. I've got to have to coordinate everything crane wise is busy for the next week, and so we'll have to move on to do other projects. For you, it'll just be a matter of seconds. For me, it'll be a week before we get this lifted in, but I will continue digging until we get to the point of the vault. That'll probably be the last point of the connections. But it's here, and that's a huge relief to have that here. Like I said, that's half the equation, was getting it onto the property, and now that it's here, we'll wait for the crane, and then we'll crane it into the hole. All of our excavation work is done. I've got the entirety of all the digging done that I need to do for this. So now it's time to start putting the 3-inch pipe in the hole. I'm going to go ahead and lay it down all the way up until I get 10 feet from each side of the vault on the end there, and then we'll put the vault in, and then I'll connect to the actual vault. But we'll go ahead and start working on putting all the pipe in the hole so we can start putting it together. So I'm going to start here when we're putting down this 3-inch conduit. I'm going to start at the box, run my piece down to the 90, and then we'll start running pipe down towards the conduit, or towards the box, so cement box, so we can connect everything there once we get that in, craned in the spot. But we'll start here and get this. There's a 3-inch knockout on the bottom of this meter box I got to get out, and then we'll go from there. All right, we got that. Now we'll figure out our pipe length down to the 90, and we'll go from there. Now we got our 3-inch elbow in there, our 90, and now we'll just continue on down the road with our pipe. I got all the 3-inch pipe in from the power pole all the way here to the vault box, and now so the next thing we need to do is wait for the crane to get here, and we'll install the electrical vault, and then finish connecting up the 3-inch pipe to it, and then we've got all of our electrical infrastructure in. So we'll stand by and wait for the crane, but it's good to have this part done anyway. Well, one of the bonuses while we're got the trench open for the power is that, as you can see, the trucks in the background. The fiber cable company Blackfoot is here to install their fiber optics in the same trench as the power is going to go. So I hope we're going to get that done as a bonus on top of the power run. So that's a big plus. So we'll see about getting that done today as well. Well, that was again, I'm doing the electrical, getting the fiber infrastructure installed today was a big bonus for me. I wasn't sure when they were going to come out to do it, but since they were here, we went ahead, and they didn't end up using my open trench for the electrical, which is fine. They brought a really cool machine that actually dug its own trench and laid the conduit all the way to the junction box. And at some point later on, in a couple of weeks or however long it takes them to get out here, they'll actually do the fiber run install to here. Doesn't really matter until we get power in the next week or two, but it's still good to have that in. So today we were supposed to have had the crane out here from Metalworks of Montana, and of course they got their days screwed up, and it's kind of messed me up in my process. But I figured, why, I've got the SEPTA guy out here putting in the tank, since he has a crane on that truck, why not just pay him to put this in? And I'm very happy that he was able to do that for me. You know, I gave him some money for that and ended up saving myself about $450 in crane fees from Metalworks in Montana, just by having Glacier Precast do that while they had the truck out here. I'm really grateful that they were able to do it. Now we've got the vault box installed. Now we just have to finish connecting. I've got a section of pipe here to connect into the box, and then on the other side we'll get that connected and then start backfilling, and then our power project will come to an end as far as infrastructure goes. We just got to get the power company out here to install their cables and their transformer, which will go right on there. All right, now that I've got this concrete box vault in here, I'll do the last connections to the pipe to the internals of this box, and then we will be done for the electrical, except for backfill, which is it's a big project to have done. I'm pretty happy to have this infrastructure in, as well as the infrastructure for the fiber. So that's a big project off my list, one that's been months in the making. And then once this is all done, we'll get a hold of the power company probably today, let them know that they can put in their transformer box right here where this is, and then also run their wire from that pole that's right there to the house. What did that come out of there? Yes. All right, all the pipe is connected to the concrete vault, so now we'll start getting this thing buried in. All right, the last thing we have to do is put in our red tape and then fill her in. So we'll get this run, and then we'll start just backfilling and getting this job completed. All right, well, we got a red safety tape in there, and now we'll I'll finish backfilling this entire trench and around the box, and I will show you what that looks like when it's done. But we're getting one step closer to being completed with the electrical infrastructure project and getting the power to the house. I am officially done. I got everything backfilled all the way down to the pole, and it is pretty even against the house. I'm going to backfill from the house out, so I didn't get too technical. I just got the trench filled in. But this is a huge step for me to get the electrical done. Like I said, the infrastructure is all in now. I'm just waiting on Mission Valley Power to come out here and put in their transformer down on that box down there, and run their wire from the pole and hook the house up to electricity. So that's a big deal. I'm not sure exactly when that's going to happen. We'll update you a little bit later as that occurs. But power infrastructure is in from here and to the garage, so we're in good shape. Well, the exciting piece is, as you can see in the background, we have Mission Valley Power here to actually hook in the main power from the pole to the house. I'm really excited about this. It's a major infrastructure project that I'd like to have completed, so we have power at the house and can move on to things like the septic and the well and some other things once we have power. So we'll get this completed. It'll be pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Well, as you can see, we officially have power out here. This is the end of a very long project, from the electrical in the house to running the main line here for the pole to the house. Is pretty exciting to actually have that major infrastructure piece completed. Now we can start using actual electricity out here instead of running on the generator. I mean, we built the shop, and you know, the majority of this house, well, all of the house so far, on generator. And it's going to be kind of nice to be able to have some electrical stuff without having to haul that little generator around. Anyway, that's a massive project. Like I said, they got that completed, and now we're on to the next projects. So thanks for watching. And if you like this type of thing, please remember to like and subscribe. We'd love to get comments and new followers. So please stay connected with us.